All right, here we go. Part two of the muscle anatomy type stuff. So here we go. We're starting off with lower body. We got glute maximus. Sorry, I don't have any pictures of butts for you guys. Glute max. These are really, really, really popular in training right now. Everybody seems to be walking around the gym with a band around their knees. Everybody's got the hip thrust pad, right? And for good reason, I think. There's quite a bit of research out there that's showing that a lot of issues arise out of the glutes being weak, or from sitting all day. And so strengthening your glutes has actually reduced a lot of injuries, low back pain, knee pain, all of that stuff. So how do you work out your glute max? Well, the primary action of it is it's going to extend the thigh, and remember that that's moving the thigh backwards. So in that trying to kick a ball, when your leg goes back, that's the glutes working, and then it actually laterally rotates the femur. So if you think about it, when people put that band around their knees to go squat, that band's pulling in their knees. And so why that hurts your butt is because you're using your glutes to extend your knees outward against that band. All right. That's why your glutes are working, because your glutes laterally move out to the side, rotating your femurs. And then they also extend the thigh. So glutes are a big muscle group. Anything that's going to extend the thigh, or if your feet are planted, the other thing is it's going to bring your hips, forward, open up those hips, if you will. So things like deadlifts, squats, box step ups, as well as your more traditional type things like hip thrust, kickbacks with your foot. You put the band around your foot, or you put the little ankle attachment for the cables machines and you kick your foot back. Those are going to get it, as well as putting that band around your knee and doing steps forward and backwards. Those are going to absolutely light your glutes up as well. We've got Steffi Cohen again here on the right, looking jacked. You can see all of these muscles on her legs. So the quads, quadriceps, 4 muscles. All right, these you're going to need to know. They're pretty easy. You've got vastus lateralis. That's going to be the one on the outside of the leg that you can see there. The rectus femoris is that teardrop, or that V looking one that comes from right about the bottom of her shorts to pointing right above her knee. And then the vastus medialis is the one on the middle of her leg. All right. And then the vastus intermedius you can't see. It's underneath of the other 3. These 4 muscles all work together and they extend the knee. All right. So whenever you're thinking about leg extensions, your quads are working. The rectus femoris, the one that is in the middle and looks like it's going up to the bottom of her shorts, that actually attaches up on the hip. And so it will actually help flex the thigh as well. So when you're doing hanging leg raise, you're actually getting a little bit of the rectus femoris as well, in addition to, your abs and all of that type of stuff. So the quads, all of them going to extend the knee, but then rectus femoris also helps flex the thigh. Hamstring muscles. All right, here's your other bicep muscles. So we had bicep brachii, but now we've also got a bicep femoris. All right, femoris down there by the femur on your leg, back of the leg. So bicep femoris, semimembranosus, semitendinosus, those are the 3 muscles that are making up your hamstrings. They are going to extend the thigh. All right. So as you extend the thigh, bring the foot back or bring the leg back. And then they're also going to flex the leg. So when you're doing a lying leg curl, that's working your hamstrings. Reverse hyper, where it's extending the whole thigh, that is also your hamstrings as well. Some other ones like RDLs, deadlifts, or RDL, sometimes people call stiff-legged deadlift. Those are all hamstring exercises. The adductor is one that is a pretty important one. A lot of people seem to injure this. It's the one that's going to adduct your leg or bring your leg closer. It's basically, a lot of people call it their groin muscle. There's a couple different ones, but we're just going to limit it to adductor and adducting the leg. These you can work out with doing Cossack squats. And if you don't know what a Cossack squat is, it's when you take a split position and you lunge both sides. All right. Also that machine where you sit and you put the pads on the inside of your thighs and you bring your legs closer together. That's an adductor machine as well. You could also get some furniture sliders and do like kind of like a split out to the side and then bring it back up. There's a couple different ways that you can work your adductors. This is a big one. It gives a lot of people a lot of issues. If you constantly run on a track only one way, one adductor may, get more fatigued than the other and cause some pain. Olympic weightlifters, when we do the split jerk all the time, we do it on one leg, and that tends to inflame the adductor because we forget to do both sides equally. Roller skating is making a big comeback. So when you fall on your roller skates and your legs do the splits, right? We see a lot of adductor strains. NHL, hockey, they have a ton of adductor strains. It's one of those things that, as people do more and more sports, they get active or they get older, adductor strains happen a lot, and it's because it's not one of those quote unquote sexy muscles to train, which is why I included it here. It's really good if you guys are active, hiking, running, playing sports, contact sports, soccer, where potentially you could get your leg taken out from under you. Should be throwing in some adductor training as well. And then our final one is the calf muscles. Okay, and your calf muscle is made up of the gastrocnemius and the soleus. So your gastroc are those two big, basically what we think of as the calf muscle. And then the soleus sits underneath of them, and it's this triangle-looking muscle back there. Gastroc, it's going to flex the leg, and then it's also going to plantar flex the foot. So pointing your foot down. All right. Also helps flex the leg as well. And then the soleus, plantar flexes the foot. These are primarily slow twitch muscles, right? Because they're working all the time as we're walking. And so typically people find higher rep ranges to grow their calves. Now, if you want to get them stronger, you got to, use some heavier weights, lower reps. But calf training really is all about like using a lot of higher rep, because these are primarily type 1 muscle fibers, which is why they're kind of hard to grow. They get a lot of stimulus just walking all the time. Calf raises, donkey calf raises, the toe extensions on, a leg press machine. Those are all going to be really good calf and soleus exercises. That's all that I got. That was our last slide. Those are the muscle groups. Those are the muscles and their actions. Again, try and think of these big concepts as you're doing these exercises, or you're watching a video, or even just sitting here with these videos playing in the background. Imagine yourself, close your eyes, imagine yourself doing some calf raises and then saying, oh, okay, that's what he's talking about. That's plantar flexion of my foot. So that way when a quiz or something comes up and I say, hey, calf muscle, what's its primary action? You can say, okay, plantar flexes the foot, because I can picture myself doing a calf raise. Or, a bench press. Let's see, if I'm doing a bench press and I flex my pec, what happens? Oh, my arm comes in, it also rotates, and my arm comes up, so it's flexion, right? Those type of things will help you guys study. As always, if you have any questions, throw them in the discussion board, send me an email, whatever it is. Let's help you guys get through this class and remember this stuff. Feel free to shoot out any questions to me. Hope you all enjoyed the videos. Have a good weekend, and I will see you on class on Tuesday. Thank you.